Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Cartoon Fight Club. As usual, if you're new to this series, please check out one of my earlier episodes, but if you know how the game is played, then let's get ready for the fight. For this battle, we are going to pit Sony's top two duos in one final fight to the finish. If you've owned a PS2, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. Now without further ado, let's meet Cartoon Fight Club's 13th round of fighters. Growing up in Sandover Village, Jak and Daxter were the town troublemakers, poking their nose in everything they shouldn't. On one fateful trip, Daxter accidentally fell into a pit of dark eco, which transformed him into his lovable orange furry Otzel form. Going on an adventure to turn him back to human, they were forced to defeat the only man who can turn them back in order to save the world. Jak's primary ability is being able to channel various types of eco, which is used in the great effect in the Precursor Legacy, giving him various power-ups. Standing at 5 foot 10 inches and 185 pounds, Jak has impressive physicality. With his ability, he can dart around the battlefield in leaps and strikes, do logic-defying double jumps, and swing on poles endlessly. Like any true hero, he can hang on to ledges indefinitely and take any form of damage and come back swinging. Fighting with all manners of guns, Jak has gunned down legions of enemies. Jak uses various equipment throughout the series, most notably the Morph Gun. The Morph Gun is able to be morphed into different weapons through mods, including the Red mod, the Yellow, Blue, and Dark mod, each specializing in its respective eco-color capability. The Red mods have various short-ranged heavy blasts, the Yellow mods have long-ranged rifle-style blasts, the Blue mods have quick light blasts, and the strongest mod of all is the Dark mod. The Dark mod contains a gravity gun, and more importantly, the Supernova gun. The Supernova fires a devastating nuke that destroys all biological life in the immediate area. It uses Dark Eco to literally detach the soul of any biological life form. Now keep in mind, Dark Eco can't kill everyone. Some souls are immune to Dark Eco, such as Daxter. Daxter is an Otzel, half otter and half weasel. Daxter is able to climb up just about anything. While small in size, Daxter can wall up mid-sized foes and even hold his own in small fights. Daxter is very lazy, however, and would rather sit back and watch Jak do all of the work, only helping him by offering him bad advice. Jak's most efficient form of transportation is the jetboard. This cool ride is carried on Jak's back and is deployed at any time he likes. Much like a skateboard that defies gravity, this board allows for travel across any terrain. Jak's most powerful forms are his final dark and light eco forms. Dark Jak is unstoppable, capable of defeating almost any foe before his eco runs out. In this form, he could slam and throw opponents, fire off unlimited dark bolts, and most powerfully, launch a dark blast of death that can carry out fire, repel projectiles, and this essentially makes him unstoppable. As Light Jak, Jak can use his light flight to fly along distances with his huge wings. Jak also has a light shield that protects him from all blows as long as light eco remains. Light Jak is also able to momentarily freeze time, allowing for unstoppable speed runs and feats of mobility. Light Jak's most useful skill is light regeneration, which restores all of Jak's health in exchange for light eco. Besides the laziness of Daxter, Jak's biggest weakness is his bad sportsmanship. As shown in many times when competing with Ratchet, Sly, and Bentley, he sometimes tends to not care about winning, and if Jak thinks a challenger is weak and not worth competing against, he will pass on the opportunity and not bother trying at all. Overall, Jak has godlike power, is extremely skilled, but has a rude, lazy sidekick, and can sometimes have a bad attitude. Enough of Jak and Daxter. Let's talk about Ratchet and Clank. Dreaming of heroes since youth, Ratchet continuously worked at someday joining his idols, building a junk spaceship to leave his planet. There was one problem, however. He needed a robot ignition to finish his project. As fate would have it, a small robot then crash-landed on the planet. After saving him, he nicknamed him Clank. Working together to get off the planet, the duo discovered the true meaning of being a hero, fighting against the tyranny of Drek. No matter how many battles Ratchet's been in, it's always been the same strategy. Shoot first, ask questions later, then shoot again. With such a gigantic arsenal, Ratchet has never been wanting for a way to fight against his foes other than shooting. Diving straight into the action, he is as willing to take on hordes of enemies as he is giant robots or aliens. With superior agility, he is able to leap and strafe expertly enough to dodge most enemy attacks and projectiles while continuously unleashing his firepower. He relies on advanced armor and overwhelming force to take down his foes. If need be, he can duke it out with the best of them, handling his wrench almost like a blade, wobbling foes of all shapes and sizes. With Clank's heli and thruster packs, Ratchet is able to dart around with extra speed and force. With his gadgets, he can get just about anywhere he's going, and if he's not destroying his enemies, he's smashing up the environment with extra bolts. Talk about resourceful, Clank prefers to ride on Ratchet's back. Being more useful as a thruster, if need be, he can also charge into areas where only he can get into, with his own brand of fighting weapons and ability to command armies of tiny robots. Clank is very efficient and capable despite his small size. Anyone who has ever played a Ratchet and Clank game knows that this series is known for its awesome guns and gadgets. In fact, Ratchet and Clank have a combined 433 weapons in all. It would be inaccurate to discuss every single weapon, mainly because most of these weapons are just upgrades of other weapons, and because Ratchet can only carry 8 weapons at a time according to his latest adventure. I will give Ratchet 8 different types of weapons, each with different uses and abilities. The Omega Liquid Nitrogen Gun fires a stream of liquid nitrogen. The range is moderate, but collective damage is impressive. The Omega Incinerator is a powerful flamethrower that extends quite a distance. The Mega Visibomb is a guided missile. Gun has incredible range and is actually quite a powerful bomb, but it leaves Ratchet vulnerable. The Alpha Cannon fires a massive energy beam that detonates upon impact with any enemy. The Omega Shotgun is a powerful gun capable of piercing through armor, cover, and totally destroys at close range, but is ineffective at a distance. The Gravity Bomb Launcher shoots blasts that home in a target and then lift him. The Omega Sniper Rifle is an incredibly powerful sniper rifle. This gun can pierce armor and defeat most foes with 2 shots or less. However, it is insanely difficult to aim at close range. Ratchet's most powerful weapon is the Omega RYNO Forever. This is the most powerful gun Ratchet has ever wielded. This Tempest-firing gun churns out 20 shots per second. Each is faster than the eye can see, appearing a mere blur of power. This gun is far more powerful than the normal RYNO launchers. It is almost unstoppable. When in his base uniform, Ratchet is easily prone to any type of gun blast. But with his Carbonox armor, Ratchet can survive almost any type of attack. He even once survived the force of a Hypernova defense cannon capable of destroying asteroids with a single blast. Overall, Ratchet and Clank make a great team, but Ratchet does carry more guns than he does ammo, burning through each one quickly. Without armor, weapons, or gadgets, Ratchet is completely helpless. Thankfully, he is loaded with weapons, gadgets, and armor. And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle is going to take place on a small island near Haven City, and there is no prep time. Let the battle begin.
You know, we've run into some real freaks on this little adventure of yours. Like that thing, for example. 2 hats!
What'd you just say? Pardon me?
Oh, the little one is just a sidekick.
Did that weasel creature just call me a sidekick?
Weasel creature!
Maybe it's time someone taught you some manners.
Go!
In your face! Oh yeah, I got it! Time to go commando!
You're uglier than a rotted stump!
I'll take you on myself! Time to do this. so tough. Bring it on, Space Face. I'm ready. You zigged when you should have zagged.
Just what the technician ordered.
Time to clear the space. Nice try. You're gonna have to do better than that. This is what Eco can do. Oh yeah, I got it.
We may be doomed. Careful, or we will be terminated.
Thanks for the armories. This is what Eco can do. Can't keep up, can't keep up. Think you can keep up? Can't keep up, can't keep up, can't keep up. Lights out. We did it, partner.
I thought not.
Better leave while you still got the chance.
A most interesting proposal. Let us make short work of this.
No way!
Fine, bring it.
Interesting.
Well, we're being nice.
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 Dax, take care of business.
Bring it on, Donut Hole. You can call me Orange Lightning. Time to show you all what I'm made of.
To be continued on the next Dragon Ball Z.
Okay then, what a strange way to end this battle. But with the right amount of research, this would be the most accurate if there was no prep time. So let's basically discuss what actually happened. From the start of this battle, Daxter actually chickened out of the fight, as usual, leaving Jak in a 2-on-1 scenario. This gave Ratchet and Clank the teammate advantage that Jak did not have. As the battle progressed, however, Ratchet and Clank started to run out of ammunition, leaving Jak with the combat advantage of having both ammo and eco at his arsenal. And finally, when it came down to it, Jak's light and dark forms were far more powerful and durable than Ratchet's RYNO gun and Carbonox armor. Simply put, if this was a one-on-one between just Jak and just Ratchet without Clank or Daxter, this would be an easy victory for Jak. The confusion comes in when we add Daxter and Clank into the mix. You see, in the end, Jak's supernova gun wasn't able to kill Clank, as he is not biological life, he is artificial life. And thanks to Jak's bad attitude, he didn't even care about fighting Clank, leaving Daxter in with the mix. And I thought it would be only fair to have Clank and Daxter have their own separate amounts of research and their own separate fight, leaving this battle to be continued. So far, the Jak versus Ratchet rivalry is settled, but the Daxter versus Clank is not. And if you want to see this tie broken, you know what to do. Comment down below the word sudden death if you want to see a sudden death match between Clank and Daxter. If this episode gets 1,000 sudden death comments, there will be a sudden death between Clank and Daxter. Also, please comment down your ideas for future Cartoon Fight Club episodes. They may even become a future episode of Cartoon Fight Club. Stay tuned, because the next fighters are going to be revealed on the next episode of Cartoon Fight Club. Where are the fighters? Oh, there's one of them. If you look really closely, I know it's small. If you look really closely, I think you can see the first fighter. Yikes, I guess I was wrong. Our first fighter is Freddy. But who is Freddy facing? That's right, Slenderman. Freddy versus Slenderman, coming soon to an Animation Rewind YouTube channel near you.